It's a nice thing to be heckled with, though.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
for people to be like,
People
"Oh,
said
you're
it
in
to
that
me.
show,
Yeah.
huzzah!" And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a good one.
Yeah.
I've had like some weird heckles through life.
Watching this season, I'm struck that one of the big themes, at least for Catherine, is sort of compromise. Like, you know, she has these great ideals, but often it's, you know, one step forward, 5 steps back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that she's learning that over the course of the season?
Gosh, she's in power now. So all this kind of talking that she's done and all of these ideas that she's had to change this place can finally actually happen. She has an opportunity to make those changes. But still, this is a country that is not used to a woman leader, first of all. She doesn't necessarily have the respect that she wants or needs to make these changes from court. And she has to get it pretty quickly because she has a baby on the way. So she's all while pregnant. She knows until the baby's born, she's safe. And she can make those changes in about 5 months. But that's a lot. And change does not happen overnight, even though she thinks it does. So it is a constant kind of, all right, I'm pushing forward. But then she's not always necessarily right at times too with the changes. I mean, yes, they're all great things, but is it right for the country? And how she looks toward the future, but she doesn't look like she sees far into the future.
She looks towards freeing the thirst, but she's not like, right. How would I actually do it? Where are they going to live?
Yeah. So she has to learn to listen a bit better and yeah, I mean, I think she's fantastic, but she has some learning to do, I think, this season.
Well, speaking of learning, Peter sort of has like a huge arc this season, like has a lot of growth this season because he's learning a lot about himself because he's spending a lot of time by himself. What do you think Peter sort of ultimately wants in his life? And like, what do you think he comes to sort of, like, what's his sort of arc in terms of what he thinks he wants and what he ends up wanting?
I don't think he knows what he wants ultimately at the start anyway, particularly because he's had this whole life kind of bestowed upon him from a young age where it was like, you know, he was destined to the throne, became a ruler, and that was kind of what he was prepared for, and the pressure of that is something that he never enjoyed or asked for, I guess. You know, in their terms, it was chosen by God. But so for him, I think that's what's actually changing him, is kind of this freedom that comes from realizing that he doesn't have to rule a country. He doesn't have to be a reflection of his father and what his mother wanted him to be. And he actually just wants to be kind of a stay-at-home dad and spend time with Paul and love Catherine and be supportive of her. And she's probably a better ruler overall anyway. So there's kind of this simplicity that comes with all that. And I think that gives him a fair amount of happiness overall.
The show is very well known for its sort of huzzah, for your huzzah. Have you worked on getting that cadence right and like really landing it? Like, how do you know when you really land it?
You say it a lot. Because I think Tony writes it that huzzah means so many different things, mm-hmm. right? It can be a celebratory thing. It can be questionable. It can be sad. Huzzah kind of substitutes any punctuation, right? It could be after anything. And yeah, I think Nick does such a great job of saying it in so many different ways. There's like a compilation of all the huzzahs, and it's really something.
Is there really?
Yeah, I think it does. It does somewhere.
Oh, we'll be Googling that later.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say,
that's my evening viewing sorted. Gather round, everyone.
Have you found yourself saying it in real life? Like, do you ever like, oh shit?
I've never seen this in real life.
I haven't either.
It's a nice thing that when people have seen the show, it's a nice thing to be heckled with, though.
Yeah.
Like for people to be like, "Oh, you're in that show."
Yeah.
Huzzah! And I'm like, this is a good one.
Yeah.
I've had like some weird heckles through life.
Okay.
Not weird heckles.
Good one to have, rather than you're the guy that killed.
But like, in a film when I was a kid, I sang that Mystikal song.
Oh yeah.
And so like for years, it was like I would get that sung at me and going places and stuff, and I was like, so huzzahs and that. Yeah, I get some good heckles.
Yeah.
I have a busy day running Russia, the country I just took from you.
Go get him!
Are you kidding? That could have been me!
She loves me, that is certain.
You sure?
I look at you and go dry like sand.